right, got a little less than a minute before the tournament starts tonight. And a little bit later, we're going to have Book of the Week, about 45 minutes in, roughly. Just trying to get a friend of mine added so he could play. But we had some problems. Looks like there are only 18 people in the tournament.
Ten, 9, 8,
Here we go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yes, yes, yes. Tony to the D. Ruh-roh. I think he was going to play that. King's Gambit. Since when does he play the King's Gambit? Well, there was that line I saw years ago on. At least it's going to be something he hasn't seen. See if he knows how to handle this baloney. Punk. This thing ought to come with sound effects. Would that be awesome or what? What does he do about that? Plays here. Here, he plays here. Back here. Play here and he plays here. It's got a message from somebody. That just looks like a great square for that piece, and it gets it out. This is what I like about it. If he plays this, I'm going to have to move away somewhere. If I play here, he'll play here. Hitting both those squares. Figure out another square to move to. Tony to the D. Tony D. We got Tony D in the house. Did the dude log off for a minute? The screen light next to his name disappeared for a minute there. Whoa. Here. Here. I kind of just want to drop back. This score against me, it's, how many has he beaten me in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I play here and he castles, I have to play here. I think I have to play that move. I don't think my position is very good at all. Not at all. I could play here. Get my little center. Play here, you definitely shouldn't do that. Okay, now I play here. I think. Take castles. After you trade queens. Later we'll have book of the week. I said that earlier. What a shock. He's actually going to do this? If he plays here, I trade queens. Check. King up. Rook takes. Knight here. You have to retreat that. Pawn takes. Something like that. I think that'll work. Ha! No, there was this trap. Well, now I can play here. Check. King takes. Knight checks. King moves somewhere. Is he seriously going to do that? I mean, I can't let him do this. He'll drive my knight away. I think I have to play here. Oh, if he does this, I could just do that. I think I'm okay. Does this sound great? At least I used a different chair now. It doesn't squeak. I think it's supposed to be better for my back, too. Well, I think I have to castle. Watch out about that square. I gotta really watch out about that square. Look at this. Take, take. When he moves that piece. Check. I'm gonna have to go that way. Take, take. Can I go pawn hunting? No. Go get that one. He left the game. He must be playing on his phone. He's back. I'm getting low on time. I can't spend a minute on every move. Yeah. It's putting 3 on that one. Are there any tactics here? Check. Can't do this. Here. Knight takes, pawn takes. If I play here, check. King over. Here. You know, once he takes with the knight, I'm going to have problems. Do I play here? Do I play here? Do I play here? Kind of do want to play there, I have to admit. I think I'm just going to play here. So here, that's a double check. King takes. Here's a double check. King takes. If I capture right now, check. Queen takes, knight takes, king takes. He is hitting that piece. I think I got to do this. There was that check too, though. My king's going for a walk. Look at this. Check. King takes. Check. I can't go back this way. I have to go here. Man, what a complicated position. Yep, double check. I got to move my king. Oh, wow. Nope. No, 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 no. Does that mean I'm losing my queen? Ruh-roh. That means I'm losing my queen. Here. Check. King up. Queen captures. Check. I take. Check. King up. Check. Check. Do I take his bishop right now, or do I and let him have the rook? I don't think there's a mate after that. If I play here, he's just going to move this thing somewhere. So going down again to Tony D. His tactics are about 100%. You kidding me? I'm going to play here and he's going to play here, check, and pick off the knight. That's his game plan. Play here. Is that check square? Can I go out here safely? I guess we're going to find out. He's got way more time than me. Can I come back here? No. He's +5. I thought this piece could recapture. All right. Good one, Tony. Can I read this and come back to the tournament? Oh, I guess I can. Well, my tactics are just not quite there. Dude, every time I get in a wide open position against him, he just brings the rain. Hawkeye's on. How far down the tournament list am I? I'm 26. I wonder if this friend of mine wrote me a message or not. My phone's on the charger. I was, continually trying to change openings because I just couldn't. How did this guy beat me? Oh, I flagged. I remember that game. Ran out of time. What am I supposed to be able to do to this guy here? Take, take. Good game, Turtle. There are people on here I used to get paired with all the time. Now I never get paired with them. I'm at 1999. Tony D took me down. Well, I'm going to do all this. Here, 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 here. I think I do want to do it this way. Because I'm not so sure that doesn't weaken that square, and maybe somewhere down the road I could use that. here. This and then this. Play here, threaten that. How's he going to protect it? Doesn't that threaten to win a pawn? Carolina Sloth. I want to say that I've seen that name before. Yeah. That move stopped. Here and here. I play here, he plays here. I play here, he plays here. Or maybe he prepares it first. I need a threat. Here. See, this is just a little weak. I play here and here. Here he plays here. You couldn't even play here. Go watch out for those bishops. Yeah. That's what I figured he was going to do. This guy hadn't even used a minute on this game. Push here. He can't capture. Oh, he's going to give me that bishop, huh? pawn's going to be hanging. The only thing to do is play here. I don't like that very much. Kick him out, kick him out. Just take it off. No chat. Well, I do have a pawn. It's always nice to have a pawn. Okay, I could play here and attack that pawn and make him defend it. Then I could play here to attack this bishop and threaten mate. Let's try that. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I got contacted by, within the last week, I got been contacted by a player I knew from the Little Rock Chess Club many, many, many years ago. I have not talked to this guy since the 70s. So, I'm interested to see if I can get him to play on his team. Maybe I'll just take that. I'd love to play that and that. Check. That piece has no moves. Check, king over. Take. Of course, I could play that. Worm my way in somehow. Back like this and bring a rook up. I mean, if I play here, man, his pieces don't have hardly any squares. He doesn't have a way to occupy that square. What I'd like to have is an immediate threat. Like if I get my queen to that square, rook up and over, this king here, rook here and over, something like that. Let's play here and give him a check. Now what I'm going to do, here and here. I'm not real sure how to play this. No chat. We should probably have game of the week after this. Man, that Tony D game, that rattled me. play? Oh. Played there. Play here. Could play here. You could play here. Play here. He plays here. I play here. Maybe I bring this one to here. I'm just not sure. How do I get to that king? Push, push, take, 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 take. Push, take, take. He'll trade here. I mean, I could start advancing these pawns over here. You know? Maybe I give him a little bit of time to make a mistake. Huh. There, huh? Here? Here. Take, take. Takes. I don't know. I kind of like going to that square. I am 2 pawns up. Nope, 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 nope. Didn't he just hang a piece? I was actually hoping for that move. I got that pawn. Why not play there? These things are all guarded. I'll play here. That will defend this one. He plays here. I play here. He plays there. I play there. He plays over here. I play here. He takes that one. I push further. He checks. I hide my king. I'll try that out and see how it goes. I think after this game, we'll do Book of the Week. Could play here. This pawn is unguarded except for this guy. I can there and then take with this one. That'd be one thing I could do. Play here and then take here. I just gotta watch out about for pets. Like when I take here, he goes to here. I come back, he goes check. I go here. Just gotta make sure he can't perpet me. I think I can go here. He can go there. I'll take check. King up. Could be the end of his captures right there. Okay, he can come down here and check me, but I don't think it's going to help him. Starts out, just push here. He takes. Push again. Could go here. Could go here. That will guard that square and that square. Blocks that one, so this pawn can run. Check there or there. This is the only piece I've got. Ruh-roh. All right, I'm going to do book of the week, and then we're going to take a short break. We'll do book of the week, and then game 3 coming up. Exciting game 3 chess. Well, book of the week this week is an oldie but goodie. I don't know why that's open. Book of the week is, I got this book in probably, 1973? Something like that. The book is Chess Openings Theory and Practice by I.A. Horowitz. Look at how thick that book is. This book is my first single volume opening book. Speaking for myself and for players of my strength, Chess Openings Theory and Practice is the greatest aid I have ever seen for preparing for a tournament. Speaking for all of the players, the book is a must. Current thinking on all important lines is meticulously presented, offering myriad clear-cut ideas, a completely new and effective arsenal of weapons. Samuel Reshevsky, United States Open champion. Section 1 is King's Pawn opening. Section 2 is Queen Pawn opening. Section 3 is other openings. This book is, how many pages? 789 pages. And it was dedicated to Edna. Simon & Schuster. Copyright 1964 by I.A. Horowitz. Introduction. King Pawn by Al Horowitz. King Pawn opening starts with Bishop's opening. Wow, here's a game where Mises drew Rubinstein. Can't believe that would have happened. Center game. This book at the time was $5.95, and I was really excited when I got this book, and I took it to the chess club that night, and Joe Loyal picked it up and wrote up here, you can't quite read it, property of Fishley Bentley. Nothing like friends. Property of Fishley Bentley. And by the way, he was a friend of mine and he misspelled my last name. L-Y, not L-E-Y. Anyway, you pick an opening in this book, and like Petra, well, that's not an excellent example, but you pick some opening and it opens up with a discussion. He kind of has like a little paragraph discussing the opening that you're getting ready to study. Of course, now I can't find one. Man, I did spend a lot of time studying this book, and of course, I wasn't a good enough player to really get a whole lot out of it. I'd only played a few tournament games at this point. But this was kind of like, MCO was around, Modern Chess Openings, but not quite like this one. I mean, they were actually, Reuben Fine wrote one called Practical Chess Openings. Here you go. This is like Ruy Lopez. So this is all just words, a little bit of analysis maybe along the way. But, he discusses these things. The Ruy Lopez was named after a Spanish clergyman, Ruy Lopez, of Safra and whatever. About the middle of the 16th century, he added to the systematic work which presented the results of research into the openings. First notice, however, by the writer of somebody else in 1490, later analyzed by other authors, including Lopez. It was seldom adopted in actual play until the middle of the last century, which would have been the 1800s. Credit for discovering its potential is due to the Russian analyst Janisch. The Janisch variation and Schliemann are the same, both names, who attempted a critical analysis during the years 1842 to 1868. I hope he took a couple of days off, to go swimming or something. Anyway, a student of mine gave me a new reprinted version of this. This one is quite old. This copy right here is 50 plus years old. Chess Openings, Theory and Practice by I.A. Horowitz. A single volume opening manual that I studied in the early 70s. I remember a friend of mine started going to tournaments after he moved to Texas, and he had a couple of buddies from the chess club that went with him. And he said some guy was sitting there with a board studying Chess Openings, Theory and Practice. And the guy of the trio of them, who was the highest rated, walked up to this guy and he went, "What are you studying that for? That thing's totally outdated." Anyway, I always thought that was really funny. Chess players have a charming way about them. Okay, back to the tournament, where I am 21st in the tournament now. I noticed that some players don't finish the tournament. Sometimes I play one game and leave. Queen BD says she's the queen of finger slips tonight. So she has apparently lost a couple of games. The tournament has 36 minutes left of exciting chess. I'm rated exactly 2,000. Can I do it like this? For a second there, I thought I could move his piece. What is this? What is this madness? Well, here. Yep. I play here, he plays here. Does this work? Boink, boink, boink. He's going to let me do it. There's a whole piece, and there's an exchange. goes back. I play here, and I win the rook. If I go here, he goes here. I win his knight. If I go here and he captures, I just recapture. And I recapture with the knight. Does that seem right? It's this one. So tired today, I can't hardly think.
Battery 30%.
It always thinks it's low. I want to go this way. If I play here, attack that pawn, he'll just develop his knight and guard it with the queen. I'm going to play here. So play, this is my third game. I'll have time for one more. Chess openings, theory and practice. I know there are a few of us around still that played that opening. I mean, that who knew that book and learned openings from it. Here, I would say. This problem going on with my jaw. I don't know what it is. I want to get it checked out. I'm up to about 60 followers on Twitch, give or take, and 25 or 30 on YouTube. It's kind of nice. Oh, Jay Frank. Jay Frank is on and playing. That's good. Well, I could play here and hit that pawn. Let's see, the knight can't go here, or here, or here, or here, or here. It's only squares there. Play here, knight here. Here and here. I could do that. Here, just bringing his, I'm just helping him develop. Let's play this. It's interesting, he went to the same square anyway. exciting chess. I don't know, this is a pretty good piece. I mean, if I trade this, I'm going to worm my way into his position. Like here to here to here to here or something. That's all I can figure out. That'd be a good move. Knight fork. That's why I want to get rid of that knight. Take, take. Queen here. Hitting that. Then here. I mean, I could. Play back here. Forgot what I was doing here. I was going to play this move. When he took here, I was going to play that. Check, take, queen, whatever. I can play here right now. He takes, I take, and his queen is pinned to his king. Let's see what he does with that. Play here. Can't figure out how to get in there. That gives me the 8th. hit me with that. Go here. Push into here. Possibility too. Schliemann defense. So can I just play here? He's going to get this pawn. I don't think he's going to get much else, though. Minutes. 20 minutes left in the tournament. Twenty minutes. Check. Checkmate. All right. A 1-1. A bit of 1466. $18 minutes. Got one more game to play. I'm sure I didn't play the best moves in that game. I don't know. I've had really mixed results lately. This guy's playing Tony. He played G5. Tony can't just take that off. Queen BT, give her to me. I got her. Queen BD. Oh my gosh. glad this is going to be my last game. I'm tired. Where's all this aggression coming from? She plays here. Here, push. Whack, whack. I'm sure I'm not getting anything out of this opening. I would say. She got disconnected. It happened to her and Tony tonight. Tony D. It's a couple of games a friend of mine gave me to go over. 3 games. I probably ought to do another internet thing somewhere, during the week or on the weekend. Be like, hey, it's Joe's chess show. She's back. Tournament's still clocking down, though. Here. Here. I'm going to get in trouble in this game. My king on this side is not super safe. My king on this side is not super safe. Play here, maybe? I got to send this guy a text. Oh. I want to be voted the most boring chess. I want to be voted the most boring Twitch stream out there. That's what I want. I want to be voted the worst. Here, take, check. What about this? Check. Let's get that king moving. Absolutely. Play here, and she plays here. I'm moving too fast again. A friend of mine's trying to figure out how to get on the team so he can play. Holy smokes. That's a dangerous move. This piece can move anywhere now. Here, here, here. Maybe just move here, here, here. No. I think I do want to play here, actually. Here, take. I just want to give up that knight. Play here, takes. Takes. This guy's already decided on his move. Well, I can win material there. This guy being Queen BD. Play here and hit the queen. No checks. Except for that one. These pieces are kind of oddly placed for this attack. It's one thing that bothers me. Check. Play here and force the queens off. Play here. I'm so tired. I just want to end this game. I'm not playing the best moves anymore. That much is obvious. Oh, man, just geek. Czechoslovakia. Block these squares. That'll get her done. Good game, Queen BD. Queen BD. Cat. Just something I say every once in a while. Well, 5 minutes left. I'm not going to play with 5 minutes left. I can't finish a game in 20 minutes. Book of the Week. Chess Openings, Theory and Practice by I.A. Horowitz. The publisher of Chess Review magazine. Chess champion himself. Really good player. Wrote a number of books. I'm sure that I think the first book I ever read was a book that he and Reinfeld wrote together. Fred Reinfeld. I'm a Fred Reinfeldian. Knights Before Bishops, all that stuff. Rapid development. You know, this book actually has games in it too. Like, for example, here is the Schliemann. This is the Graz variation. This is Schliemann Defense Deferred. Wayne, the exchange. Oh, he's got the exchange. Sure, Bobby played all these guys. I know he played Reshevsky a number of times. They even played an aborted match. Schliemann Defense Deferred. Where's the Schliemann proper? Bachman versus somebody I never heard of, 1947. A lot of game 23, a lot of chess history here. Tal, man, can you imagine back this book? By the way, I should mention it's in descriptive notation, not algebraic. Look how thick it is. It's a super thick book. 789 pages. The last opening in the index is Vienna game. The one right before it is Van Croy's opening. 781, 783. That is White opens with E3, if I remember right. The Dunce, the Paris, they're all here, waiting to be explored. Polish Van Croy, named after the Dutch player who lived about 1860. The Van Croy's opening, one pawn to king 3, e3 in algebraic, has little independent significance. Once in a while, it may evoke an original and downright wild position, but for the most part, it is marked by the absence of clash and tension. Often a prelude to transposition into some lackadaisical line of one of the regular openings. It sounds like he condemns Van Croy's opening. You know? Anyway, this is, example games, analysis, introductions, and words. I mean, it's kind of impressive this guy put all this together. It's a big, thick book. All right, that's Book of the Week. That's Tournament of the Week. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Game Deep Geek. Anyway, that's it for this week. I'm going to sign off and take off. So, see you next week. Goodbye.